Welcome, I'm Cassandra, and this is your general and love forecast for January 2018. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. I'd like to take a moment to apologize and how very late I am in getting your forecast video up. I do apologize. I caught a flu bug, and I'm now getting better. I'm slowly getting rid of it day by day. So my energy levels are down a bit. I may have to pause a time or two, which you may or may not notice, but no one wants to hear me cough or sneeze, you know. So without further ado, this isn't about me, it's about you. Let's jump into this. Okay, for our first card, we have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse position. So to me, this feels like a lot of you guys are feeling very down on your luck right now. Some of you may even feel like no matter what you do, it's like you feel like everything's against you, like so many obstacles just popping up. It's like you feel like you're hitting a wall. You feel like if it wasn't for bad luck, you wouldn't have any luck at all. Now, not everyone's going to feel those exact ways, but overall, this is about feeling like your luck is not the best, okay? Maybe you're trying to make something happen and you're just experiencing a lot of delays, obstacles, blockages, but you got to remember this is a wheel, and a wheel is meant to turn. So it may be down for now, but it cannot stay down. It's a wheel. You will go back up. Okay, here is our circumstances card. And here we have the Nine of Cups in the reverse position. So some of you may have had a wish that you've wanted to come true. And when the Nine of Cups is in reverse, this is indicating that a wish of yours will either be partially given or not at all. Sometimes the wish can be delayed, but most of the time, if you don't get the partial wish, then it's just not going to happen. And this can be for many different reasons. But something that really should be highlighted here is sometimes overindulgence can come up in a big way for the Nine of Cups in reverse. So you definitely want to be careful that you're not overindulging, whether this is overindulging within your fantasy world, overindulging with alcohol, overindulging in shopping, or with an addiction. This can be so many different things, but you want to make sure that you are not overindulging and trying to numb your feelings and numb yourself, because that won't be helpful or beneficial to you in the long run. Especially for Scorpios, your feelings are very, very, very intense. And so I can completely understand why some of you may want to numb those feelings. But that's just not the way to deal with our Scorpio feelings. We just need to go through them, even though they're very painful sometimes. We just need to go through it, experience that pain so that we can get past it. So do be careful to not numb yourself. Let's just get through this, ride the storm out, okay? I know some of you are like, what? No, I don't want to. But it's really for the best. Let's just get through it. But again, this could also just simply be indicating for you that something that you've wanted to happen and that you've wished for is just not manifesting for you right now. Okay, this is the card position of focus. And here we have the Emperor in the reverse position. So, the Emperor is a leader. And when he's in a reverse position, he's probably fearing losing his power, maybe even fearing being out of control. Sometimes this can indicate immaturity in how you deal with those in authority, and how you deal with people in a position of authority. Sometimes this can indicate that perhaps maybe you or someone you're dealing with may perhaps be a bit dictatorial. So this doesn't necessarily have to be you. This could be someone that you're dealing with, okay? It could go either way. But the Emperor in reverse, he can't seem to face his problems. He doesn't want to face them. Sometimes this can indicate abusive type of conditions. And it can also indicate that perhaps maybe some of you are feeling that you are in a very uncomfortable situation. But you really need to be careful, especially if you are in an abusive condition. This, for instance, some of you could be in an abusive type of relationship. And for those of you who are in an abusive relationship, you really need to be careful. You need to make your safety number one here. You need to get rid of this person, get out of this person's life, do whatever you can to get away. But sometimes this can just, in general, feel like life is abusing us as well. Like, no matter how hard we try, we just keep getting slammed with horrible circumstances and situations that make us rather emotional. And sometimes we don't handle the situations in the best way. Sometimes we can overreact. We will be clarifying, so. Okay, this is the card of your recent past or what is passing, and I am pretty sure that this card came out for you guys either for December or November. It was one of them, but I'm almost positive this card came out. And this is a card of gossip. This is not an easy card at all. There's definitely tears and pain. Now, this can indicate a third-party situation. Perhaps you heard gossip through a third-party situation or a third party in general. And sometimes you could have been the one to gossip. This can go either way, so, because not every Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising sign has an exact similar situation, so. But I have to point out all the different interpretations, because you could be on the receiving end of this, or you could be on the giving end of this. Typically with the Three of Cups in the reverse position, you know, sometimes this can be, especially within a friendship, you know, this can be a troubling time within a friendship. It can end a friendship, or it can just cause a lot of problems. This could be a relationship as well. But this is the card of friends as well, so we cannot discount that because that may resonate for some of you. Plus, this can indicate that perhaps there's been some overindulgence. That is a possibility. So sometimes overindulgence comes up with this. Sometimes this can indicate that perhaps maybe you have overdone a good thing, and this may cause some conflicts within a close relationship. This could be a romantic relationship. This could be a friendship type of relationship, or a relationship with a family member that you are very close to. Sometimes we can say some nasty things in the heat of the moment that maybe we didn't necessarily mean. And so you may have had to apologize. Now, remember, you could be on the giving end of this, or you could be on the receiving end of this. It can go either way. But overall, it's an emotionally turbulent time emotionally. Yeah. Okay, so that is your recent past. And like I said, I'm pretty sure that came up for you guys either for December or November. But I feel like it was December. Okay. Here we have the Knight of Cups in the reverse position. And this is the card position of the present, the here and the now energy. And so with this card, some of you may already be in a relationship. Some of you may have been looking to get into a relationship, and then suddenly things are just not working out. Sometimes this can indicate that a proposal that was given is retracted. Now, in general, with the Knight of Cups in reverse, we could say this Knight is he's scared. He has a fear of commitment. And I have a feeling that he has a fear of trusting others with his heart. And so the fears block this Knight from having a happy relationship. And so when this card comes up, we may feel like running the other way. And again, you can be on either end of this. You could be on the giving end or the receiving end of this energy. For some of you, the person you're with may be behaving in this manner. And for some of you, it may be you. So do keep that in mind. But in general, I feel like this Knight he's just scared. And sometimes there's a tendency to not tell the entire truth about how they're feeling. And to me, this just seems so Scorpio, because we do tend to guard our feelings because we want to make sure that it's safe for us to reveal our feelings. But again, This can go either way. You know, and this can really indicate that perhaps your emotions are a bit overworked to where maybe it may even make you have an overactive imagination, and it's due to our emotions. But overall, this is a fear of getting involved with others, a fear of commitment, a fear of showing our true feelings, a fear of trusting others with our heart. You know, for some Scorpios, I couldn't blame you at all for feeling this way. Some of us literally have to deal with betrayal from the people that should not be betraying us. You know, it can come from family, and sometimes we have such early experiences with betrayal that it just kind of sets us up to not want to trust people, to be very leery about who we trust. Now, not every Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising is going to have issues with trust, but I feel that majority do. Whether you're conscious of it or not, it's there. Okay, this is the card position of your near future. And here we have the Knight of Wands. So this is a very positive card. Typically the Knight of Wands is a Sagittarius. But, you know, we could also say, hey, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All the fire signs. But typically this could be Sagittarius, but I just want to throw that out there because it may resonate with some of you. But this card is about you need to be prepared because you have some big, or shall we say a major change coming. But this is a positive change. This is a very good positive change. Now for some of you, you know, this may indicate that you may move. For some of you, you may get a different job. For some of you, this could be a journey that you're about to take. And this journey could also be an unexpected journey. Journey, adventure, something that pops up, you know, because impulsive. So it's something that can happen real quick. So it can be something that's unexpected. And so the changes can be unexpected as well. But the upside to this is these will be positive changes. So, hey, that's fabulous. This makes me happy for you guys. Okay, this is the card position of your attitude. And here we have the Seven of Coins. So this is a very good card. This is about working very hard. You're investing your time, sometimes even your money, definitely your energy. But you have a good return on it. So my feel is you guys are definitely very positive in the way that you're thinking in regards to financial matters. This is the card of you reap what you sow. And the harvest is in, and it's a good harvest. So this indicates that money will be good. So perhaps if some of you have an investment, you know, this could be like a 401k, Or maybe some of you have invested in real estate. Well, the Seven of Coins in the upright position is an excellent card to have because it shows that it's stable. It's a good investment, or that you've already made a good investment and that you may receive part of this good investment. So, or maybe you're simply just trying to make good decisions for your life. This could be about your work life, your business life, even your personal life, your family life. But this is about making good decisions that are for security overall. Doing what's best to maintain the security. Okay, this is the card position of how other people see you. And here we have the Moon card in the reverse position. So, with the Moon card in general, this can indicate that perhaps we may be having a bit of an overactive mind. Sometimes this can be emotional outbursts, making a mountain out of a molehill. Now, with it reversed, typically things start to calm down. And then we are able to harness our imagination a bit better. But there is still a possibility for a few of you, okay? So this won't be for all of you, but for a few of you, there is still a possibility that there is some deception occurring within a situation in your life. But this can also indicate self-deception. But the upside here to that is when the Moon card comes in the reverse position, this is indicating that the truth is going to get revealed. So for those of you who have been in a situation where you know that deception has been involved, the truth is going to come out. It always does. So definitely keep that in mind. Now, some of you may be having very vivid dreams and receiving psychic information through your dreams. But Scorpio is a very intuitive sign. You don't have to be asleep to get those intuitions. So, but the Moon card typically when we're sleeping. So this could indicate that perhaps maybe some of you have been having some very vivid dreams lately. And perhaps some of those dreams are very prophetic in nature. Okay, this is the card position of hopes or fears. And right off the bat, this is going to be a fear. The Eight of Swords is about self-imposed restrictions brought on by fears. Sometimes we can have so many fears that we can literally create a mental prison within our mind from all of our fears. And then the fear ends up paralyzing us to where we refuse to move. So we stay in the same spot and we feel like we just cannot make a decision because we're just so paralyzed by the fear. So this is definitely a fear. This certainly wouldn't be a hope. Okay, the final outcome card, we get the Two of Swords. So it seems that you guys have a decision to make. And most of you are probably at a stalemate and you're just having a hard time making a choice, the whole indecision. And so you may need to go within, like this lady. She's still connected to her emotions. You see the water in the background We even have the moon. But she puts on a blindfold, and she's doing this by her own accord because she's trying to go within her mind. She's trying to go within, to use her intellect and her intuition combined to make that decision. She's also using, she's using her good reasoning abilities and her logic, and she's weighing the pros and the cons of each decision, because you want to be sure that you're making the right decision. And so I feel that a lot of you are probably retreating inward, thinking, which way do I want to go? Which decision, which choice will be best for me in my future? So clearly you have more than one thing to choose from. You have options. For the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Coins. So the Two of Coins, this shows that you have the ability to multitask. You are able to handle multiple situations at once. As you see, this male here, he is juggling these coins, and he's doing so with ease, and you can too. So you are probably juggling situations, circumstances, maybe even different projects. But again, here we have two, so I feel I'm really being pulled towards a choice. It's almost like you guys have to make a choice out of two different things, because I'm really being pulled towards the two. Now, the Two of Coins, this shows that you can maintain being able to juggle financial situations. So for some of you, you may have two jobs. You could have a job and then you could be working on another project on the side. But overall, you have the stamina to do so, and you're doing so with ease. So that's very positive. Okay, let's clarify. Nice. Okay, that makes sense. Wow. Looky there. The Two of Swords just came out again to clarify Two of Swords. I couldn't have made that happen if I tried. Oh, that's good. Look, Ten of Cups, bottom of the deck. Okay, we had our Wheel of Fortune card. Feeling like, where the hell is my luck? Because it's certainly not been around for me, or if it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have any at all. You know, it's just simply feeling like life circumstances are just against us, like we cannot get a lucky break. We clarify, and we get the Magician. So, to me, this is a fantastic message. This Magician is popping out to let you know that, hey, you desire a new direction in your life. And this new direction is possible because you are materializing it and manifesting it with your thoughts. So in no time, you can make this Wheel of Fortune turn upright. We have great ability to manifest what we want. So just make sure that we're manifesting exactly what we want. But hey, you don't have to stay stuck feeling like everything's turning against you. If you feel that things are turning against you and it's just not working out, change the way you're thinking. Change the way you're looking at the situation. Take those damn lemons and make some lemonade, please. You can do it. Okay, granted, maybe things aren't working out, but you know what? You can make it work for you. Because you got the power of this magician. This is a blessing, okay? This is an absolute blessing. So you have the ability to get out of that negative frame of mind and to start making things work for you rather than against you. And all you have to do is simply change your thought and change your intention. And voila, you'll have this Wheel of Fortune turned in your favor. Okay, this was our circumstances card. We had the Nine of Cups in the reverse position, so this was only receiving a partial wish or not receiving our wish at all. And overindulgence, overdoing things, trying to escape. We clarify, we get the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is about moving away from a bad situation, a situation that involved loss. So yes, you didn't get your wish, you didn't get what you wanted within some particular area of your life. You didn't get what you wanted, so it became a loss. Now we need to try to move away from the situation. And this can all be done within the mind. Now, for a few of you may actually move. A few of you may actually decide to go travel as well. And if you travel, you definitely would be going over water. Not necessarily in a boat. Could be in a boat. But it could also be, say, in an airplane, flying across the water. Or it could even be in an automobile, driving over long bridges above water. But overall, this travel would be, it would take you, quite a distance away from home. But this is a journey of moving to a better state of mind as well. This is where we're trying to leave our loss in the past and move forward. And that loss, it could be your wish. The wish could have been a financial type of wish, or it could have been a wish within a relationship. This could have been a family relationship. This could be a marriage. This could be a romantic relationship. This could even be a friendship. Or some of you may even be wishing to become millionaires. Anything's possible. Everyone's different. Everyone has different wishes. Okay. This was our focus card. We had the Emperor in the reverse position. And this is someone who could potentially be immature in dealing with authority, or someone who may be a bit dictatorial. Someone who just simply can't handle dealing with things the proper way. We clarify, we get the Four of Cups. So with the Four of Cups, this is about feeling like discontent. You just feel like nothing's happening. I don't like where I'm at in my life. I'm not really happy. Or you're just completely bored, like, this really sucks, you know? But some of you may have experienced an upset within a loving relationship, and this could have been, you know, again, marriage, romantic relationship, a family relationship, even a friendship. But something has happened that makes you feel leery because you're so focused. When we get this card, you're so focused on yourself and on your feelings. And then it kind of makes you leery to where you don't want to necessarily reach out or take someone's invitation to go out and to go do something. It just makes us feel really leery because we've experienced loss. And so we just don't know if we want to trust. But you see here, he is looking up because there is another cup being offered to him. And here's the thing. While you're doing your self-reflecting and introspection, don't get too lost within yourself, okay? Because with the Four of Cups, a lot of times a very good opportunity could actually be presented to you. But if you are not paying attention and you are just so focused on the self, you may miss out on the opportunity altogether. So, you know, for instance, a friend may call and try to get you to go out, and you're automatically going to be like, oh, God, no, I don't want to go out. Well, maybe just try. Even though you don't want to, you may get out there and you may end up having a great time. And you may end up getting presented with a fantastic opportunity. But the whole point is it's okay to go within, but you don't want to get stuck there. You don't want to focus on what you've lost, what's not right. Don't get stuck into that, okay? Because you need to be ready to grab this opportunity. And if you're too focused on the self, you won't see it. Okay, this was the card of our recent past, or what is passing. We had the Three of Cups in the reverse position, so this was our gossip, or our potentially maybe we said something and kind of went a bit overboard. Sometimes we owe someone apologies, sometimes someone may owe us an apology. Sometimes this can indicate third-party situation. Sometimes this can indicate gossip and you hear about it from a third party. And overall, you know, this could be a loss of a friendship or difficulties within a friendship. We clarify, and we get the Ace of Coins in the reverse position. So, perhaps you had a partnership, and it was going to be a financial type of project or adventure. Maybe maybe you just didn't account for everything that it was going to take to get this project off the ground. A lot of times the Ace of Coins in the reverse position is a huge red flag in regards to finances. This is basically trying to warn us, be careful on how much money you put into something, because money is falling away from us when the card is in reverse here. So, losing money. Perhaps we end up having to spend more money than we initially planned on. Maybe we have to spend more money than we had estimated that we would have to spend. For some of you, you may be trying to get something going, but it's just costed way more than you ever thought it would. So it's kind of like you feel like you just hit a wall. But there's a huge warning here. You need to halt your spending. You only spend money on what you absolutely would have needed, okay? Because you don't want to be out having shopping sprees and overindulging, because we can lose our money that way. Okay, here we had our Knight of Cups in reverse position. This was for our present, the here and the now energy. We clarify and we get the Sun. So, for those of you who are worried and you just don't want to trust, you don't want to trust someone with your heart, I feel like some of you are already in a relationship and you're not exactly being truthful on how you feel. Now again, some of you are on the receiving end, some of you are on the giving end of this. But you know what? These doubts and these fears, they don't have to be there. They really don't. Because the Sun is a blessing. The Sun could be saying, hey, this is very favorable for your relationship or your marriage. The Sun is a very favorable card. So this relationship doesn't have to be going down the loo, so to speak, you know. But it's really a personal choice. For some, there may be a fear of commitment. For some, you just simply don't want to be in a relationship, and that's okay. But for some of you who are in a relationship and you're not telling the truth of how you feel, and perhaps maybe you're scared to truly let your guard down, to let someone into your heart, the Sun is saying, hey, you can have it all. You can have a good relationship. But the choice is really yours. But I just want you guys to know that, you know, these fears don't have to be here. They really don't need to be there. Because again, the Sun is a blessing. Here we had our near future card. We had our Knight of Wands. And this is us definitely about to embark on a journey, an adventure. Could be an unexpected one. Either way, there is a major change coming your way, maybe even a change of residence, but whatever type of change that is coming, it is going to be a very, very, very positive change. We clarify and we get the Queen of Wands. So this is absolutely fantastic. Now, the Queen of Wands, she's a Leo. But again, we could also say Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Because I'm definitely seeing some fire cards. So some of you may actually be dealing with someone that is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But this particular card is the Leo woman. Now she is very confident. She has a very commanding presence. So she can literally walk into a room, and even though she's not trying to get the attention will just automatically be drawn to her. She has a very commanding presence. The Queen of Wands is all about initiating a new direction. And that's what the Knight of Wands is here to do, is give you a new direction. And so the Queen of Wands is about creating a new direction. So this is positive. I mean, whatever direction you guys choose to go in, it's going to be positive changes that are occurring here. Okay, this was our attitude card. We had the 7 of coins, and we clarify, and now we get the Page of Wands in the reverse position. Okay, so this could definitely indicate that perhaps you may get some disappointing news. And some of you may be waiting to receive news on something that you've invested your time and your money into, and your hard work as well. And perhaps you're waiting on a message in regards to it, and this message just may be delayed. For some of you, you may get a message and it may be disappointing news. For some of you, the message is just simply delayed. But it's still causing anxiety. But overall, you know, this is simply delays or disappointing news. But just remember, this is like a temporary type of setback. This is not going to be anything life-shattering. I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm so focused on this that it's like, this is positive, so yeah, okay, there may be a delay of a message or some slightly disappointing news, but it doesn't seem to be earth-shattering type of disappointing news. Okay, this was the card position of how other people see you. We had the Moon in the reverse position. We clarify, we get the 10 of Wands. So someone may be wanting you to help them financially, or someone may be wanting you to take on some of their responsibilities. And you may even want to help this person, okay? But you really need to be careful. First and foremost, this is too much of a load for any one person to handle. This is a very physically and mentally oppressive type of burdens, okay? And this can also be so many different responsibilities, and the responsibilities themselves are like very burdensome. Now, occasionally, someone may try to trick you into taking on their responsibilities. Inhale to the no. Don't let that happen, Scorpios. Don't let nobody trick you into taking on their load on top of your own. Because this is just too much for one person to bear. Sure, you could do it for a little while. But why would you want to continue to do it? Because the more that you keep pushing yourself, you could end up getting physically ill. Because you're not... the human body can only be pushed so far, you know. We can't be dealing with too much stress. You know, this could be very much emotional and mental stress. Because this is very, very stressful burdens and situations. So someone may be wanting your help, but you know what? You really need to make yourself and your immediate family the priority. You may want to help this person, and if this is you, your heart is in the right place. But that doesn't mean that you can really pull it off. As much as you may want to, I'm advising that you try to just focus on your own issues, because clearly we've got some changes and some decisions on the horizon here, and you don't want to weigh yourself down with extra responsibilities. You already have enough responsibilities on your own. You don't need to take on anyone else's, okay? It's just too much. You know, because sometimes somebody might try to trick you, deceive you into taking them, like, you know, I just need some help for a little while, and, you know, then I'll do... No. No. Don't fall for it, okay? You may want to help, and like I said, for those of you who do, your heart is in the right spot, but I highly advise you don't. Okay, here we had our Eight of Swords. This was our fear card. We clarify, and it's the Knight of Cups in the reverse position yet again. So, it seems like your fears have definitely transferred into your life. Not for everyone, but for some of you, this is very much taking place. But overall, I feel that a lot of you guys are just simply fearing to trust. Fearing that you're going to get hurt. And for a few of you, some of you may be fearing leaving a situation that you've been in. But you don't want to lie to yourself. If you know the person that you're with is not truly in it 100%, then they're the ones that are hiding something about how they feel. And you don't need that mess. No. You guys deserve so much better. Okay. So, for our final outcome card, we had the Two of Swords. It's then clarified, and we get the Two of Swords again. So, to me, this is really stressing the point of you guys definitely have a decision to make, and it seems to be of two different options. So, one thing or the other. And you guys are really going to have to go within to make this decision. And if you find that you're having a hard time making a decision after you go within, and you're still having a hard time making the decision, maybe even do some research if you have to. Try to make sure that whatever options or whatever directions are presented, you want to make sure that this is What's going to make you happy and fulfilled in the long run. Okay? But yes, you guys definitely got a decision to make. And you want to make sure that, especially for those of you with children, you want to make sure that this decision that you make is not only good for you, but that it's good for your children as well. And again, you definitely want to take your time to weigh things out. If you have to, make a list. Pros and cons to each choice if you have to. But don't get stuck in indecision for very long, okay? It's good to go within and take your time to make a fair, balanced decision. Just don't get stuck to where you can't make up your mind. And don't let fear creep in either, okay? Bottom of the deck, Ten of Cups. So this tells me that a lot of you are focused on making a decision that's going to bring you family happiness, family contentment. So you're trying to make a decision that's best for you and your family. Maybe even for your marriage. But you desire that family contentment, that happy home, the happy marriage. So I feel that this decision definitely will involve the family, and it may even be in regards to this major change that's approaching. And some of you may even buy a new house, because the Knight of Wands does indicate that there could be an actual move, an actual change of residence. And with the Ten of Cups, this can sometimes indicate that we actually buy a home. So for some of you, you may be trying to decide, do I want to buy a home? And I would say for most of you, yeah, I mean, for those of you who are trying to decide if you should buy a home, absolutely. But I want you to go with your own gut feeling. I try to say it in every single reading I do. Take what resonates in my reading and to hell with the rest, okay? This is a reading for the masses. Not every Scorpio sun, moon, and rising is going through the same exact thing. So take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Okay? You know what's best for you. Okay, I do have some love oracle cards for you. I'm not going to clarify these this month, but we're still going to have some love oracle cards. For the first one, healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Okay. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. That is a possibility. You'll know which ones are resonating with you, okay? Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Flirt. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. Because some of you are not interested in being in a relationship, and some of you are just a flirt. But I ain't mad at you. Oh, ouch. Okay. Deception. Someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. Now, do be careful, because this is not for every single one of you, okay? Not everyone's situation is going to involve deception. If you know for a fact that there's deception going on within your situation, then you can consider this. But I don't want you guys to get overworked and assume that there's deception going on within a relationship that you have, because that may not be the case. So only if you know for a fact that there is deception going on. And if there is deception going on, well, then it needs to come out, or that type of relationship just, its foundation is built on sand. It's not going to last if there's lies. Okay? Okay, I will talk to you guys next month. I love you guys. And in the meantime, I'm going to send you blessings of healing, prosperity, and love. Talk to you next month.